Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I got one.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Hey, Haywood. That's the way.
On 1st down, Lawrence got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
Right there, 54, right there, 54
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Hey, Mike 52. Here we go. Watch tight. Tight and run.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Packers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Buccaneers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
On 2nd and 10. Keenum. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dean Lowry able to get him for a loss of about 3.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Check out.
Now a toss running left, Hunt. The ball comes out, and this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go, but when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. True. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready,
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Stop your whining. 6 guys.
Throwing Hundley. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany.
He's at the 40, 20, 10, and into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. They'll roll him out right. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They send him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hundley got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
My 52. Check it.
Now Hundley.
Let's bring it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence steps away to his left.
Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Touchdown, Packers! Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
60 Mavericks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Escaping the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
On the set. Come on, boy, 51. Silver. Sponge. No. Watch the edge.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
50, plant. Hey, let's get this. 51.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
Being chased out left. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Guys, pick it up. Check 13. Check.
Lawrence will throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty.
Hey, check. He's checking. Crash.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, McCaffrey. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Come on.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
52's the mic.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Adrian Amos with a pick.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the 2nd half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slide.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hundley. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there's just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They run for it with Hunt. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Hunley under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zadarius Smith dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
He'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch the shift.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Second down and a run by Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Mike 54. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mike's by 4.
Let's go.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Packers. CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the 4th quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one's going to fall incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
We're going to shut you down. We're going to shut you down.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw again. And finding the tight end Hooper. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. He's got a man, complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Bucs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Keep playing hard.
Hey, 70 Timberwolf.
52. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Mustang 19. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, it's Robinson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Switch it.
Now Lawrence to throw. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take